Record. Om Asmadgurubhyo Namaha. Krishno Rakshatu no Jagatraya Guruhu. Krishnam Namasyamyaham. Krishne Namarasyatravo Vinihataha. Krishnaya Tasmai Namaha. Krishna Deva Samuthitam Jagadidam. Krishnasya Dasosmyaham. Krishne Tisthati Sarvametadakhilam. He Krishna Samrakshamam. Jai Sriman Narayana. With the blessings of Sri Chinna Swamiji, we're continuing Bhagavad Gita. We're in chapter 11. We finished sloka 44. We'll review 39 to 44 today. And then we'll continue from 45. Can you see the screen?
We can see it, yeah.
Okay, great. So the first question, there, I think couple of these, some of these questions are from 37, 38 slokas also. That's a continuation. So I took from there. What are the Devatas, Rakshasas, and Siddhas doing as part of the universal form as Arjuna saw them?
They're hailing Paramatma, they're prostrating in front of Paramatma. They're praying Paramatma.
Yeah, Devatas are praising
Devatas,
and Asuras are hating. Yeah.
Okay. They're running away. Rakshasas are running away from Paramatma. Devatas are praying to Paramatma with love. And Siddhas are?
They are hailing, kind of, what do you say that?
I mean, you explained they're offering salutations because they have knowledge of a true God.
Yes. So they recognize Paramatma, right? They realize Paramatma and they're saluting, offering salutations to Paramatma. In the previous slokas, in previous chapters, we saw that those who are jnanis, right? They are offering salutations to Paramatma, right? That is the only thing that they can, I mean, there's no other motive behind, right? Okay. So next question. Did Arjuna see Atmas and Prakriti in the universal form of the Lord?
I think indirectly he saw, that's what he said, right? He said that I'm seeing them. I don't know directly whether he Prakriti, but I think he saw the whole world. That's Prakriti, right? That's whole universe kind of a thing, right? That's Prakriti. And Atmas.
So I didn't get a chance to listen to last time video, sir. I'm sorry, but I want to ask this. When you say you're asking, did Arjuna see Atmas, right? Your answer is yes. I mean, the answer is yes. Atma doesn't, I don't know if you already explained, you don't have to, I'll go back and check the video. So Atma's is not like a visible form, right? Normally, what is just perceiving that?
So that is the greatness of that, the divine vision, right? Is able to see Paramatma in the universal form. He's pervading all. So how can so the Paramatma is pervading everything in this universe? He's able to see that, right? So he's able to see that Paramatma as Atma pervading this entire universe. So we are Jivatmas pervading this body, right? We are limited to this body. Paramatma is pervading this entire universe. We have this as our body, and Paramatma has this entire universe as his body, right? So he's able to see that form of Paramatma who is pervading everything. And he actually mentioned the Jivatmas also. He's pervading everything. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay. So for the divine, with that drishti, he is able to even see the subtle form.
yes, yes,
Okay. Thanks.
yeah.
I think he said it's tattva, right? That's where probably, right? I mean, yes, agreed. I mean, I think indirectly, because he knows that he realized from the prior, this thing, right? From prior chapters, right? That's a tattva,
Yes.
unmanifested, manifested form and all those things, right? The tattva, jiva, right?
We are not able to see, right? Are we able to see the Antaryami, Paramatma as Antaryami? No, right?
Oh.
But Arjuna saw that.
Hmm.
And he says, you are Aksharam, that Atma, that is the Jivatma that is pervading this material nature.
Right.
So you are Aksharam, again, that is a question that we will have, right? You are Aksharam doesn't mean that Atmas don't exist and he is the only one that is Atma in this entire universe. It does not mean that. He said you are this Prakriti also. That if you take that, if you take the explanation that Atmas don't exist, he is the only Atma.
I'm not saying that. No,
Then Paramatma, Prakriti doesn't exist also.
yeah, he said you are unmanifested form, you are manifested for everything, right? That's what he kind of, right? Praised Lord, right? I think a part of that.
So, and in Sloka 40, he clearly says you are pervading everything. Therefore, you are everything. So if I say I am, I mean, Paramatma is pervading Atma, me, right? Pervading you as well, pervading everyone
All
of
of us,
us.
exactly, right? That we learned.
Right? So Paramatma is pervading Atmas and pervading this Prakriti also. So when I see you as a body, I am referring to the one inside you, right? We went through this last time. So I'm not referring to you as a body. I mean, people who don't know the distinction between Atma and body, they think it's only body, right? Nothing is there. But we understand that when somebody passes away, they say, oh, that person left, right?
Yeah.
So the body is still there, and the 100% body is still there, but whatever was inside left. And we are referring to that when we look at the body. So when we look at our Atma also, because our Paramatma is pervading us, we can see Paramatma in us, and we can refer to Paramatma through us, right? So when we see, say Surya, Devata, sun is a material nature that is burning, but there is an Atma inside that material. So we can limit ourselves to that Atma, that is Sun Devata. And but Paramatma is pervading that sun also. So when we see sun, don't limit to the material nature, don't limit to the Devata. You can see Paramatma inside, who is giving energy to that Surya Devata, and whose presence is making the material burn, right? If Surya Devata leaves that, I mean, just like any body, the Atma leaves, the body will disintegrate, right? So we should not limit ourselves to just the Atma, but doesn't mean that Atma is not there. When we see Paramatma in everything, that material is there, Atma is there, Paramatma is pervading Atma and material as well. Okay. So Arjuna saw all three of them very clearly. Very clearly. Okay. Next question. third question. What two categories of material nature did Arjuna see in Lord's universal form? What are the two categories of material nature?
Prakriti, you already answered one, right? One is Prakriti. No?
Prakriti, as a generic term, is material nature. There are two categories of them.
Sat and Asat, manifest and unmanifested form of Prakriti.
Right. There is Sat that is manifested, Asat is unmanifested, latent, right? We cannot recognize, we cannot distinguish between various components of the Prakriti in that form, right? So when it is manifested, that means the universe is created, what we see. And when it is in a dormant state before the creation, right? It is in the unmanifested form. So Prakriti does not get destroyed, is not created, right? It only changes form. It is in Asat state, it is in a dark state, dark, cannot see, differentiate, so we call it as dark. So once at the beginning of the creation, Paramatma takes out that Prakriti and inserts the Atmas into Jivatmas into it, and the creation starts. Okay, so he mentioned both Sat and Asat. He mentioned Aksharam, which is referring to the category of Jivatmas. So what two categories of Atmas did Arjuna see in Lord's universal form?
He was able to visualize Jivatmas and Muktatmas.
Right, yeah. So Jivatmas and another category of Atmas who are superior to Jivatmas. Jivatmas are bound Atmas, and superior to bound Atmas are the Muktatmas, liberated Atmas, who are not going to be forced to take birth again and again. Okay, all this is there in this chapter. So there shouldn't be any question about oh, is it there, is it real, is it not real? And when Arjuna is able to see that and tell us, how did Arjuna summarize who God is when addressing Lord Krishna in the universal form in verse 38?
You are the knower, you are the object of knowledge, supreme goal. You are the creator of all beings, the ancient being, and you are the supreme support of the entire universe.
Right. Yeah. So, creator of all beings, one who resides in all beings, supreme support of this entire universe, the knower and the object of the knowledge, supreme goal of all beings, one who is with an infinite form, the universal form, infinite form, and one who pervades this entire universe. Right? So, in short, we have to remember God. If we want to pray to God, we can pray with this, right? In this sloka, we can repeat this sloka. So, okay, as Arjuna did, praising Lord Krishna. So, okay, next question. When Arjuna praised Lord Krishna as you are Brahma, you are Prajapati, Devatas of air, fire, water, moon, etc., did he mean these are gods?
No.
No. Right? He says you are the Vayu, Yama, Varuna, like that, right? So Did he mean that they are gods?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
So they are not gods, and
He
there
is
are not multiple
protecting them.
gods.
They are dependent on Paramatma. Yeah.
Yeah. Paramatma is pervading them. So Arjuna is able to see. Imagine if, I mean, we are not like that, but if, let us say, I am pervading into bodies, right? Imagine that way. So there will be two bodies referring to me, right? Obviously. I'm in two bodies. See, if I'm one body, you're saying, you're referring to me with my name, right? If I have two bodies, then you will refer to me, both bodies with the same name, isn't it? So, or if two bodies are named the same thing, right? Like without going into the complex concepts, let us say two people are given the same name. You will call both of them with the same name, right? So, so here Paramatma is pervading all these bodies. Okay. So, so he's referring to them as you are. I mean, you are Indra, you are Varuna, you are all these, right? You are Brahma, you are Prajapati. So it is not that they are gods. See, when we have two bodies and we refer to them by name, it's not that both bodies are me. I am inside these two bodies, but these bodies are referred to by my name, right? Okay. Next question. Why did Arjuna offer repeated salutations to Lord Krishna, saying salutations to you thousands of times?
Because he was able to see multiple forms. I mean, yeah, he's seeing him in multiple forms. Sahasra.
So Arjuna saw Paramatma pervading all these bodies. So he is seeing this Arjuna, Paramatma is here, Paramatma is there, Paramatma is there in all directions, right? All the bodies is able to see Paramatma only. Okay, is pervading all this. So when he's saluting to Paramatma, he's offering salutations to different bodies that Paramatma is pervading. Okay. So that's why it is salutations to Paramatma in all different directions and thousands of times. So I mean, it's just say, oh, he's just doing out of bhakti, he's doing thousands of times. But if you see really that he is able to see Paramatma in all of them. That's the thing we need to recognize. Next question. In verse 40, Arjuna said, you are everything. Does this mean there is only God and nothing else?
God is pervading everywhere. That's why I said is everything. But
Yes. So in Sloka 40, very clearly he said, you are pervading all beings, therefore you are everything. Okay. So all these beings are a combination of Jivatma and Prakriti, right? Prakriti in manifested form and Jivatma, which is present inside that particular material nature. And God is pervading both of them. Okay. It is not that God is pervading only material nature and not Atma, or just Atma and not material nature, right? He must be pervading all. Otherwise, you're pervading everything, this entire universe will not be true, isn't it? So he's pervading all, including Atmas and material nature. And so indirectly, it means Arjuna saw three realities: Paramatma pervading all, everything, and all beings are a combination of Jivatmas and material nature. That is the manifested form of the universe. Now, there is material nature which is unmanifested, and there are also Muktatmas who are not part of this material nature because they are not forced to take birth. So Muktatmas are there, and unmanifested material nature is there. Paramatma is pervading them also. Okay. Next question. In verses 41 and 42, Arjuna prays to Lord Krishna for forgiveness for the times he disrespected him. What can we learn from these important verses?
Like in our day-to-day life, we might have done the same thing, not recognizing Paramatma many times. So directly or indirectly, it's a message to us that we need to,
Yes,
I mean, like,
that's great. And yeah, so we may have disrespected God also, not in this particular life, right? And now I think we just got this knowledge, right? With Acharya's blessings and Paramatma's blessings, we got this knowledge. But what about all the previous births where we probably didn't have that knowledge, or even if we had the knowledge, we did not accept, we rejected the presence of God, or we did not have the full knowledge about Paramatma. We showed our anger or hatred towards Paramatma. We disrespected the deity form of Paramatma, or we hurt other beings, intentionally so even that, like if we are hurting other beings intentionally, Paramatma is pervading those beings. So we are not recognizing that and disrespecting or hurting those beings. We are disrespecting Paramatma also, right? So because all of us are Paramatma's creation. So we are like Arjuna, we are disrespecting, making mistakes without recognizing Paramatma in universal form, in deity form, and not recognizing his greatness, right? So we need to now seek forgiveness from Paramatma, just like Arjuna did. How did Arjuna seek pardon from Lord Krishna?
As a Paramatma, you can pardon me. You need to pardon me. You please pardon me, just like father pardons their son, or friend pardons their friend. Right? Yeah.
Yes. You are the creator, you are the guru, you are the most worthy of honor in this entire universe. Okay. And, I'm saluting to you, I'm prostrating to you. Please forgive me. Okay. Show your grace. Okay. And forgive me like how a father forgives the offenses of a son, or a friend forgives the mistakes of another friend. Okay. Any questions before we move? No? Okay, we'll continue. Continue with sloka 45. Please chant. Adrushtapurvam prushitosmi društva
अदृष्टपूर्वं
पूर्वं
प्रसुतोऽस्मि दृष्ट्वा
bhayena cha pravyadhitam mano me
भयेन
भयेन च
च
प्रव्यथितं
प्रव्यथितं
मनो मे
मनो मे
tadeva me darshaya deva rupam
तदेव
तदेव
मे
मे
दर्शय
दर्शय
देवरूपम्
देवरूपम्
Prasida Devesa Jagannivasa.
Prasida Devesa Jagannivasa.
Let's chant together.
Adrushtapuram
Adrushtapuram
Bhayena cha pravyadhito me Tadeva me darshayadeva rupam Prasida Devesa Jagannivasa.
Awesome. Arjuna is continuing. Hey Deva, O Lord, Adrushtapuram Društva, having seen your universal form that was never seen before, right? Prushitaha asmi, I'm delighted. Prushitosmi, Adruštapurvam Društva. I'm delighted to see your universal form that has never been seen before. What's happening to me? Me manaha bhayena pravyadhitam. My mind is greatly disturbed with fear, right? Bhayena, with fear, me manaha, my mind, pravyadhitam is greatly disturbed. He Devesa, O ruler of all Devatas, me darshaya, show me, tat rupameva, that form itself. So what is that form? See, I'm very, I'm delighted because this form no one has seen before, right? I have not seen before. No one has seen this before. So I'm delighted to see your form, but my mind is getting greatly disturbed to see that terrifying form, right? I'm with fear. My mind is getting disturbed. So, hey Devesha, or ruler of all Devatas, show me that form which is pleasant, that pleasant form which you had before, right? So, tat purvameva, so tat purvam rupameva, so that previous pleasant form itself. Hey Jagannivasa, O supporter of this entire universe, O shelter for this entire universe, Tvam prasida, prasida, be kind, gracious. Prasida, prasida. That's another sloka, right? So Arjuna is, praising Lord Krishna and requesting Lord Krishna to withdraw his terrifying form because it is troubling him. He's terrified. So he's saying, be kind, be gracious, please, take back your original form, or please show your original form to me. Okay. Any questions? No? Okay. Move on to sloka 46. Please chant. Kiritinam gadinam chakrahastam
Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrahastam.
ichhami tvam drashtumaham tathaiva.
Ichhami Tvam Drashtumaham Tathaiva.
Tenaiva rupena chaturbhujena
Tenaiva Rupena Chaturbhujena.
Sahasrabaho bhava vishwamurte.
Sahasrabaho Bhava Vishwamurte.
Let's chant together.
Kiritinam
Kiritinam
Gadinam
Chakrahastam
Chakrahastam.
Ichhami
Ichhami Tvam Drashtumaham Tathaiva. Tenaiva Rupena Chaturbhujena.
Rupena
Sahasrabaho Bhava Vishwamurte.
Amurte. Arjuna is continuing. Hey Vishwamurte, O one who is in the universal form, right? Vishwamurte, one who is in the universal form, or one who has the universe as body, as your body. Aham drashtumichhami tvam. I wish to see you. Tatha eva, in that form itself, as before. So in the previous sloka, Arjuna requested, please take your previous form. I'm getting terrified. So Arjuna is continuing, saying that I wish to see your previous form, the form that you had before it, right? How was that form? Kiritinam, Gadinam, Chakrahastam. Kiritinam, the one who is wearing the crown. Gadinam, one who is holding the mace. Chakrahastam, one who is with a chakra in his hand. Okay, so Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrahastam cha. He Sahasrabaho, one with thousands of arms, because universal form has thousands of arms, right? So he's referring to him as Vishwamurte and Sahasrabaho. Vishwamurte is having one who is having the universe as the body, and Sahasrabaho, one who has thousands of arms. Tena eva chaturbhujena rupena bhava. Please become one with four-handed previous form only. Chaturbhujena rupena bhava. Become one with four hands. So Arjuna is referring to Lord Krishna, saying that please take the previous form, the pleasing form of yours, with four hands. Okay, so here, so Lord Krishna is having two hands or four hands?
Four hands.
Four
He was
hands.
born with four hands, yeah.
Yeah. So he was, Lord Krishna is actually when he's born, he had four hands, because he wanted to show that he is Paramatma who took the form of Lord Krishna, right? To his parents, right? Vasudeva and Devaki. So when he had four hands, then immediately Vasudeva, the parents got, they were terrified. Oh my God! If Kamsa sees you, he will know that you took birth to destroy him, right? So they requested Lord Krishna to take back the two arms, become like a normal kid. So Lord Krishna, when he was, after taking birth, so at the time of birth, he had four hands. Then till the time he killed Kamsa, he showed only two hands. He was hiding the other two hands. But from that time onwards, whenever uh, um, he wants to show his true form to his beloved ones, he would show four hands. So Arjuna was beloved. He's a very close companion of Lord Krishna, right? So he was able to see Lord Krishna with four hands. Okay. So
Duryodhana, no one else saw that.
some have seen, yes. So yeah, it's not that only Arjuna saw. It's he was able to show to some, just for fun also. I mean, we going to Bhagavatam and all that. So yeah, he had four hands, and people knew that he had four hands as well. So Arjuna was able to clearly say that, please show your form to me with four hands, right? So we can see here very clearly that he had 4 hands. Otherwise, Arjuna would have said with 2 hands, like in your like other human beings, right? Who had only 2 hands. Okay. Okay, Sloka 47. So Arjuna requested Lord Krishna, please take um, your previous pleasing form of yours, right? So Lord Krishna is now responding back. He's saying, Sri Bhagavanu Vacha
Shri
Bhagavan
Maya Prasannena Tavarjunedam
Maya
Prasannetam
Rupam Param Darsitam
Rupam
Rupam
Param
Param
Darshitamayoga
Tejomayam Vishwamanantamadyam
Tejomayam
Tejomayam
Vishwamanantamadhyam
Vishwamanantamadyam
Janme Tvadanyena Nadruštapurvam
Janme
Yadanyena Drupurvam
Let's chant together. Sri
Bhagavanuvacha Maya
Maya
Prasannena Tavarjunedam
Bhagavan
Rupam Param Darshitamayoga
Rupam
Tejomayam
Vishwamanantamadhyam
Rupam
Yanme Tadanyena
Tadanyena
Nadrishta
Nadrishtapurvam
So Bhagavan Vacha. So Lord Krishna is speaking. Hey Arjuna, O Arjuna, idam me tejomayam vishwam anantam adyam param rupam. So idam, this, me, my, tejomayam is radiant, vishwam, pervading this entire universe, anantam, infinite, adyam, original, param rupam, supreme form. Okay, so Arjuna saw the form, universal form. So Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna that this my radiant form, my pervading entire universe, the form that is pervading this entire universe, a form that is infinite, form that is original, supreme form, yet tvat anyena nadrushta purvam, that which is not seen before by anyone other than you. Okay, anyena, other than you, nadrushta purvam, not seen, right, before. So that which is not, so this great supreme form of mind, the radiant universal form of mind, which is not seen by anyone before, anyone other than you, tava darshitam, that is shown to you, maya prasannena atma yogat, by my grace, maya prasannena, by my grace, atma yogat, due to my own free will. Okay, so Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, see this supreme form of mine, which has not been seen by anyone before, right? I have shown this to you by my own grace, with my grace, with my own free will, right? So it is not that you asked me that I have shown you, right? So initially, Arjuna said, please show your universal form to me, right? So that I can see your, Vishwarupam. So Lord Krishna shown that form to Arjuna. Now, sorry, Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna that not because you asked me, I have shown this to you, which no one else has seen before. Okay, I am showing this to you by my own grace, and with my own free will. So I'm doing so much for you, God. Please show this to me. Please give me this. Kind of things won't work with Paramatma. Okay, so whatever he wants to give, he will give out of his own free will, with his own grace. Okay. So Lord Krishna is continuing in the next sloka. We'll continue.
Sir, maybe I missed something. So Vishwarupa, Darshana, that he gives that cosmic form of himself, right? Krishna to Arjuna. And then the previous, I think 46 shloka, you said it is, 45th, where now he's asking Krishna to come back to his other form, right?
Yes, previous form, yes.
The previous form. So because he's scared
Yeah.
or something. And then now in this verse, he's saying, I'm pleased. I'm prasannena meaning pleased, right? I'm pleased, but that's why I showed you my cosmic form,
Yes.
something like that, right? If that is the case, then no, but it's just the continuity. Maybe I'm missing out, right? Because
So I mean, here this one, Lord Krishna is speaking to Arjuna, saying that. So after Arjuna said, please withdraw your form, the terrifying form of yours. Then Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna that this form no one has seen before. See, we don't, like if Arjuna is seeing that form, how will Arjuna know that whether some people have seen or not seen before, right? It's only Lord Krishna who can tell that this form, the universal form that you are seeing, no one else has seen this before other than you. Okay. So then why did you show it to me? Because I asked. That's what Arjuna may think, right? Lord Krishna is very clearly telling, I am showing this to you by my own grace, my own, because I'm pleased with you, right? And with my own free will, I'm not forced by anyone, right? Or you're not forcing me to, or it's not that you have to fight in this war, that's why I'm showing this to you. I mean, see, it is my own free will, have no strings attached, right? There's no condition, there's no forcing. See, Paramatma's independence is shown here.
right,
Paramatma's grace is shown here.
Yeah, just because Arjuna, you asked, I'm not showing. In other words, he's conveying the message because I'm pleased. And that's why with that grace, I'm just showing it. Okay, got it, sir. Thank you.
Right.
And it's just not Arjuna, right? Sanjaya also saw him.
Yes.
Yeah, he was describing to Dhritarashtra. So
Yes.
Sanjaya also saw him.
Yeah. Yeah. So Sanjaya saw. Very few have seen that along with Arjuna. So, but this form, Lord Krishna very clearly is saying that no one has seen this before you. Okay, so unique form.
And Anjaneya as well, Kapindwaja, being on the flag.
Mm.
That's what some people say, I heard.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Sanjaya, Arjuna, and Anjaneya.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sloka 48. Please chant. न वेदयज्ञाध्ययनैर्न दानैः
न वेदयज्ञाध्ययनैर्न
न च क्रियाभिर्न तपोभिरुग्रैः एवं रूपः शक्य अहं नृलोके
एवं
लोके
द्रष्टुं त्वदन्येन कुरु प्रवीर
द्रष्टुं त्वदन्येन कुरु
प्रवीरा
Listen together.
न वेदयज्ञाध्ययनैर्नदानैः
न च क्रियाभिर्न तपोभिरुग्रैः एवं रूपशक्त्यहं
लोके
द्रष्टुं
त्वदन्येन कुरु
प्रवीरा.
So I have shown this to Arjuna. Lord Krishna is speaking to Arjuna, telling Arjuna that I have shown this form to you out of my own free will, because I am pleased with you, due to my own grace. And in this sloka, Lord Krishna is continuing, He Kuru Pravira, O Arjuna, Aham evam rupa drastum na sakyaha. I, evam rupaha, having this form, drastum na sakyaha, cannot be seen. Nruloke, tvat anyena, by anyone other than you in this world of Nruloke. Just loke means in this world. Nruloke is world of mortals. So I, in this form, cannot be seen by anyone other than you in this world of mortals. Veda Yajna Adhyayanaihi. By Vedas, Veda is Veda, Yajna is a sacrifice, Adhyayanaihi, recital of scriptures, right? Sacred scriptures. So this form cannot be seen by anyone other than you by mere chanting of Vedas or getting the knowledge from the Vedas, by performing sacrifices, by doing the yajnas.
దోశకున్న అవసరం లేమ్మా ప్లీజ్ ഇതിരിക്കത് ആവിൽത്തിലാണ് നീ ദോശ പൊങ്ങണ്ടമ്മ നീ அந்த ஒன்னோட இது பார்த்து
Okay. So Lord Krishna is saying that no one can see this form other than you by the studying of Vedas or performing sacrifices or reciting scriptures. Na danaihi, not by charity. Na kriyabhihi, not by rituals. Rituals like performing homa, right? Now grahitapo bhihicha, not by severe penances, right? Tapas, penance. So even if somebody, any of this means, like typically we think, oh, okay, we get the knowledge through Vedas, perform yajnas, recite the scriptures, or do the charity, and perform homas, or by severe penance, I'll be able to see Paramatma's form. No, Lord Krishna is very clearly saying that this form, this aprakratic form of mine, cannot be seen by anyone other than you in this whole world, even by chanting of Vedas and all this, right? So none of this will. So if somebody tries to practice all this and say, "Oh God, I did all this," you have to show your form to me. No. Only when I, with my own grace, out of my own free will, I should show that my form to anyone, if at all they have to see. So even Arjuna also, not because he did all these things, either in this life or previous lives, he got a chance to see Paramatma's universal form. No. Got it? So none of these activities will help us. Then why do we have to do this?
To clean up our Andhra so that we can get to that this thing. We need to.
Antakarana Suddhi, sir.
Okay. So what is missing? So in all these activities, right? If somebody is doing these activities without bhakti, they will not be able to see my universal form. I will not be pleased to show my form to them. See, even with bhakti also, it's not like, with bhakti, if I do these things, Paramatma will be forced. No. But if bhakti is missing, then definitely we will not be able to recognize Paramatma, realize Paramatma. So all these activities, if somebody is doing without bhakti, they will, we will not be able to achieve our supreme goal. So most important thing is to have the bhakti. That is what Lord Krishna is going to again reiterate later. So any of these, whatever we are doing, we are studying Vedas, performing sacrifices, or reciting sacred scriptures, doing charity, or performing homa or tapas, any of these, we have to do with bhakti only, with devotion. And devotion, pure unconditional love, bhakti, right? So that means you are not expecting anything in return. You are doing it, all those activities as service to God. Okay? Only Paramatma's grace can bless us with this, with the ultimate bliss of, Paramatma. None of these activities by themselves will give us. None of these activities with bhakti also will not lead us. That activity of performing those with bhakti also will not give us directly. It will be Paramatma who will grace us, who will bless us. So that's what we need to remember. So always bhakti is the most important part of any of the activities that we are doing. Do it with devotion as service to God. Okay. So Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna that no one other than you can see, in this whole world, not by any of these activities. Okay, so no one has seen this before you. And say, for example, Sanjay is able to see because it is Paramatma's grace that Sanjay is able to see. He is not that he did, tapas or perform charities or yajnas, performers and all that. No, it is purely out of Paramatma's grace. Okay. Okay, we'll move to Sloka 49. Please chant. मा ते व्यथा मा च विमूढभावो
मा ते व्यथा मा च विमूढभावो
दृष्ट्वा रूपं घोरमीदृङ्ममेदम्
दृष्ट्वा घोरमेदम्
व्यपेतभिः प्रीतमनः पुनस्त्वम्
व्यपेतभिः प्रीतमनः पुनस्त्वम्
तदेव मे रूपमिदं प्रपश्य
तदेव मे रूपमिदं प्रपश्य
Let's chant together.
मा ते
मा
व्यथा मा च
च विमूढभावो
दृष्ट्वा रूपं घोरमीदृङ्ममेदम् व्यपेतभिः प्रीतमनः पुनस्त्वम् तदेव मे रूपमिदं प्रपश्य
So Lord Krishna is continuing. Ma te vyadha. Let there be no fear to you. Okay. Ma te vyadha. Ma vimoda bhavaha. Let there be no feeling of astonishment. Vimoda bhavaha. Astonishment, perplexion. Like, don't fear, don't be like astonished. Okay, because Arjuna said, I don't know where I am, I can't, he wasn't able to figure out where he is, right? He lost all directions because everywhere Paramatma is there and it's so fearful. So let there be no fear to you. Let there be no feeling of astonishment to you. Mama ghoram rupam drushtva, on seeing my terrifying form. Itruk idam, like this. So this terrifying form I'm showing to you, right? Don't fear, don't have that feeling of astonishment. When you see this terrifying form of mine. Tvam vyapeta bhihi, you be free from fear. Vyapeta bhihi, be free from fear. Pritamana bhutva, pritamanaha, be pleased in mind. Manaha, mind, prita is pleased, right? So be pleased in mind. Punah prapasya, see again. Tat eva me idam rupam, that very same form of mind. Okay, so I've shown this terrifying form to you. Don't fear, right? I've shown this to you out of my grace. No one has seen this before you, and no one can see this form by doing any of these activities. Out of my own free will, I will show it to anyone. Okay, kind of saying that you are, I'm so pleased with you that I'm showing to you, right? don't fear, don't have fear looking at my terrifying form. Okay? Be free from fear. Now I'm going to show you the same pleasing form as I had before. Right? So he's reassuring Arjuna that saying that don't feel, don't have fear, right? Don't worry, I'm going to show you my pleasing form. Okay. Before he showed his, the original previous form, he's telling that nobody has seen this before, right? Okay. Fiftieth sloka. Listen. Sanjaya Uvacha
Sanjaya Uvacha
Ityarjunam Vasudevastathotvā
Ityarjunam Vasudevastathotvā
Svakam Rupam Darsayamasa Bhūyah
Svakam Rupam Darshayamasa Bhūyah
Asvasayamana cha Bhītamenam
Ashvasayamasa cha Bhītamenam
Bhūtva Punah Saumya Vapurmahatma
Bhutva Punah Saumya Vapurmahatma.
Let's chant together. Sanjaya
Sanjaya
Uvacha
Uvacha
Ityarjunam
Ityarjunam Vasudevastathotvā Swakam Rupam Darshayamasa Bhūyah Ashvasayamasa cha Bhītamenam Bhutva Punah Saumya Vapurmahatma.
So Sanjay is now giving the commentary, right? So Lord Krishna told Arjuna that now I'm going to show you my previous form. I will withdraw this form. So now, it's not that he's, what we need to understand is he withdrew the divine vision that he gave to Arjuna, right? So it is not that he stopped becoming universal, right? So he's still universal, and if somebody is thinking that, oh, suddenly his form shrunk, that's not the case, right? He is still the same universal, whatever we learned so far, whatever Arjuna saw, he is still there. He's still pervading this entire universe. He's still radiant. He's still the energy behind everything. He's still supporting all. He's the creator. Whatever we learned so far, still that Arjuna saw. He withdrew the divine vision that he gave to Arjuna. So now is Arjuna cannot see that fearful form. So, right, he can only see the original form. So Sanjay Uvacha, Sanjay is saying, Vasudevaha iti Arjunam Uktva. Lord Krishna, Vasudevaha, Lord Krishna, after speaking thus to Arjuna, after speaking like this to Arjuna, like I'm going to show you my previous form. Swakam Rupam Darsayamasa, showed his own form. The form that Arjuna is familiar with. Tatha bhuyaha, again in that manner. Tatha, in that manner. In that manner, what is that? As Arjuna requested. So the form which Arjuna requested, the four-handed form of Arjuna. Okay. Punaha cha saumya vapuh bhutva. And after assuming the benign, peaceful form again, Mahatma, the great-natured one, right? Mahatma is Lord Krishna. Bhitam enam asvasayamasa. Comforted Arjuna, who is terrified. Okay? Asvasayamasa, comforted. Bhitam, one who is terrified. Enam, who, him or this. That is Arjuna. So after speaking like this to Arjuna, he showed his original form to Arjuna. Okay? Which is peaceful. That Arjuna is comfortable with, that he was familiar with. Okay, and Lord Krishna comforted Arjuna by showing that peaceful form. Okay. Any questions? No? Okay. So Sanjay gave the commentary that we can imagine Arjuna and Lord Krishna, right? Lord Krishna is in universal form. Arjuna is able to see the universal form. And then when Lord Krishna withdrew the divine vision from Arjuna, so Arjuna is able to see the original form of Lord Krishna. Okay. Sloka 51. Please chant. Arjuna uvacha.
Arjuna uvacha.
Društvedam manusham rupam.
Društvedam manusham rupam.
Tava saumyam janardana.
Tava saumyam janardana.
Idanimasmi samvruttaha.
Idanimasmi samvruttaha.
Sachetah prakritim gataha.
Sachetah prakritim gataha.
Let's chant together. Arjuna
Arjuna uvacha drishtvedam
Društvedam manusham rupam.
Rupam
Tava
tava saumyam
Janardana.
janardana.
Idanimasmi
Idanimasmi
samvruttaha.
samvruttaha.
Sachetah
Sachetah
prakritim
prakritim
gataha.
gataha.
Okay, so Arjuna Vacha. Arjuna is now speaking. Arjuna is saying, Hey Janardana, O Krishna, Tava idam saumyam manusham rupam drishtva. After seeing this pleasing human form of yours, saumyam manusham rupam, pleasing form of pleasing human form, Tava idam of yours, this pleasing human form of yours, idanim samvruttaha sachetah asmi. I have now become clarified in mind. Okay, so he became. See, earlier his mind was all, terrified, right? So very agitated. Mind was agitated. He didn't know where he is and all that. So now his mind is calmed down, mind clarified. prakritim gataha, got back normal state. So, Arjuna is saying, after seeing your pleasing form, human form of yours, my mind is clear now. My mind is peaceful now. And I got back my normal state, the natural state. Okay. So I'm no longer terrified. Okay. Very simple sloka. Okay. Now we'll on to next sloka, 52. Now Lord Krishna is speaking to Arjuna again. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha
Bhagavanuvacha
Sudardarshamidam Rupam
Sudardarshamidam Rupam
Drushtavanasi Yanmama
Drishtavanasi Mama
Deva Apyasya Rupasya
Devapyasya
Devapyasya
rupasya
Rupasya
Nityam Darshana Kankshinah.
nityam
Nityam Darshana
darshana
Kamshinaha
kankshinaha.
Let's chant together.
Shri
Sri
Sri
Bhagavanuvacha
Bhagavanuvacha
Sudarshami
Sudardarshamidam
Sudarshamitam
Rupam
rupam
Drishtavanasi
Drushtavanasi
Mama
Yanmama
Devapyasya
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 rupasya nityam
Nityam.
darshana
Kamshinaha
kankshinaha.
So, Lord Krishna is now speaking to Arjuna. Sudardarsham mama idam rupam. Durdarsham. Okay. Mama idam rupam. This form of mine is very hard to see. Durdarsham. No, very hard to see. Mama idam rupam. This form of mine. Okay. Yet drushtavan asi. That which you have seen. Okay, whatever form that you have seen before, that form of mine is very difficult to see, very hard to see. I mean, it's not that difficult when I show it to you, not that way. Like it's very, you cannot find it, right? Okay, it's not that when I show it to you, it's difficult to see, not like that. You will not be able to see whenever you want, right? That kind of, it's very hard to see. Devaha api, even Devatas, nityam darshana kankshinaha. They are very eager to get a sight of it. Okay, asya rupasya, of this form. So even Devatas are very eager to get this, get a sight of that particular form that I have shown you before. So it's very hard to see. You cannot, no one has seen this before. You cannot see this form through any of the means, Vedas, Yajnas, Tapas, and all that. Yajna, Dana, Tapas, three very important things that we'll learn about them in future. So whatever we do, they will not directly lead you to that particular form, seeing that form. Okay, so Devatas are very eager to see, but they can't see. Okay. So again, if let's say we are in that situation, right? And we are given the privilege. We get a privilege of seeing Paramatma's form, what would be our inner feelings, right? We feel proud.
We feel blessed.
Something is great about me that I'm able to see,
Something, yeah.
right? Yeah, others cannot see that. So that is the thing. So it is not, you cannot get to see this form with any of those means. So there must be something great about me. That kind of a reaction may come, right? So again, earlier also, Lord Krishna said, by my grace, I showed it to you. My own free will, I showed it to you. Now again, if Lord Krishna is saying, even Devatas cannot see, don't think that you are greater than Devatas. Okay, so he is going to very clearly tell, and we'll not cover, we are short of time, we'll cover in future. So basically, I mean, again and again, this concept is repeated throughout Bhagavad Gita, that yes, all these concepts that we are getting, right, these practices, we should never be thinking that these practices alone will lead me to Paramatma's, that liberated state. Will be able to get that our supreme goal, right? It's Paramatma's blessing only that will give us that. So then why do we have to do this? Is we have to perform our karmas, right? And with with the knowledge that is given to us, with the support of that knowledge, we have to do our duties with bhakti. Okay, so then we are on the path towards reaching our goal. And when we are on the path towards reaching our goal, then Paramatma will bless, right? So if we are like Rakshasas, so when Arjuna saw Devatas, Rakshasas and Siddhas, right? Why again what is the reason for Arjuna to even see or mention it in Bhagavad Gita?
Because in 10th chapter he explained, right? All this came from me, kind of a thing. So
Yeah, all beings are there, right?
Right.
So there is, Devatas, Rakshasas, and then Siddhas are there. Then maybe you could have just said all these beings are there, right? You're pervading all beings. Why Arjuna would have to say that Devatas are praising and Rakshasas are running away from you, and Siddhas are saluting, so, and offering salutations to you. I mean, Devatas they love Paramatma, right? They're showing their love, they're showing their bhakti towards Paramatma. Okay. So they're towards, I mean, they are on the path to reach Paramatma, right? Rakshasas, they hate Paramatma. Okay, so they're running away.
Okay.
See, Devata category is they love, so they're attracted towards Paramatma. Rakshasas, they hate, so they run away.
Right.
Okay, Siddhas are the knowledgeable people about Paramatma. They're saluting. So Devatas primarily have the sattvic gunas, sattva gunas, right? Sattva gunas supported by the rajo. Rajas. Rakshasas primarily is
Tamas.
tamas, asuri qualities, tamas qualities, again supported by Rajas, right? So sattva and sattva guna, we are praying to God. For we can also treat it like I'm praying to God for something in return.
Right.
Devatas, right? We are all, if we are praying to Paramatma, we are praying to get something in return. Paramatma doesn't say, don't ask me anything, he will continue to give. So, but we will not be able to achieve our supreme goal. So, Devatas, Sattva, and Rajas, the Rakshasas, Asuri qualities, that is Tamas, supported by Rajaguna. Siddhas are, right, they are pure Sattva, like they're supported, I mean, they're performing their activities with no expectations. They're completely surrendered to Paramatma. They're completely having that knowledge of Paramatma. So they are on, those are the ones, the Jnanis are the ones that Paramatma likes. We saw in the previous, right? So these Rakshasas are the 4 categories of people who don't like. Devatas are those who are seeking something, they're enjoying the materialistic pleasure, seeking something. They're still praying to Paramatma, right? Siddhas are the ones, the Jnanis, who want nothing else apart from Paramatma. They're just offering salutations to Paramatma. So, just we had a few minutes time, so I was just trying to see. There are all this.
Siddhas with no guna kadante. All 3 they'll neutral. They won't have probably any of them, right? Sattva, Rajas.
So what Lord Krishna says is that try to have sattva that is not adulterated, or what is it? That's not mixed with rajo and tamas. Pure sattva, right? Try to have the sattva guna which is not affected by rajas and tamas. Okay, pure sattva. So rajas is what? Raga and dvesha, right? So don't have that sattva affected by raga and dvesha. Okay, of course, tamas probably will not have, right? Tamas is laziness and sleepiness and ignorance and all that. One who is having sattva, they have the knowledge, but don't mix it with the rajo, which is going to affect, right? Having the desires. You have sattva, but it is mixed with the desires and anger and hatred. So siddhas are those who are the jnanis, whose desire is only Paramatma. They only desire Paramatma, right? So they don't have the prakritic desires. I mean, they don't have the desire to have the materialistic pleasures and things like that, right? So here Lord Krishna is saying that, even Devatas want to see this, but they are not able, they cannot. Okay. So only with bhakti I'll be accessible. That's what he will say later. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll conclude. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय समर्पयामि श्रीमन्नारायणाय समर्पयामि सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु। ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। Jai Srimanarayana.
Jai
Jai
Shri.
Srimanarayana.
Jai Shri Narayana, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.